Hey everyone, it's David. So today I thought we could take a look at my potted cactus and succulent collection and see how everything is doing in the spring of 2025. A lot is starting to bloom right now, as you can see. So let's just dive in and take a closer look. So down this way, I took out all of my seedlings, my cactus and succulent seedlings, and put them out here so that we could take a look at them at the same time. Although normally I do keep them in a different location that's a lot more shaded and protected under shade cloth. So down in this tray is all of the seedlings that I started this winter. You can see I have quite a bit of lithops or stone plants. I have a few different varieties of Titanopsis and a few different things. I think I have most things labeled. Looks like there's some more lithops. Very peculiar. That's usually something that appeals to me. I didn't grow too many actual cactus this year from seed, as you can see. Mostly different types of succulents. And then moving on to these other few trays, these are what I would have started last year from seed, so they're all a bit more developed. And I noticed in this tray, I'm starting to see the very first flower buds just starting to appear on a few different plants. None of them are quite open yet, but this will be the first time that these are old enough to flower. And then I see I have a lot of Fucaria. I have a few different varieties of Fucaria. Looks like this one is very teethy on these tiger jaws. Long teeth on these tigers. Back here we have a couple different varieties of baby toes. I noticed a couple of them, especially this one, I think I overwatered it at some point over the winter into the early spring, but I'm seeing it looks like it actually is starting to recover, thankfully. And I started a bunch of these from seed. I like this succulent. It blooms in the winter, which is nice. Actually, I have an older one up here, right here. There's a lot more size to it. And then here are some cactus that I started. I see some astrophytum. These ones are really nice. Is it Natto Cactus occulta, I believe? Looks like I didn't label this one. So let's move on to the rest of the collection. This is just a bromeliad. I kept it over the winter this year, and this one did very well outdoors in our kind of cooler Northern California climate. And then up in this corner, Hatoria. This is a dancing bones cactus, and it's just barely starting to flower with these nice yellow flowers. Quite a few flowers on it this year. It's looking very nice. And then also looking very nice, right in the middle, this is Haworthia turgida. Tons and tons and tons of flowers on this one this year. Looking very nice. And then next to it, I have another Haworthia. Flower buds just coming out on this one. Quite a few as well. And then up this way, this is Adromiscus. Very unusual leaf form. Lots of spider webs I see. Really cool plant. We repotted this one together, I think, a while back in a video. This is a nice cactus, Arthro sort of, not a very common cactus in cultivation. It has very, very pretty flowers, unusual flower form for a cactus. This is one that I started from seed, and I repotted this last year, and I added a lot of bark to the soil, and I noticed after I did that, this cactus seemed so much happier. So this is something that I learned growing this cactus is it likes a really airy, bark-filled soil media. And then we have some other Haworthias here. This is a pickle plant. Kind of a cool looking stemmed cactus there. This is just an orchid that I've tried to keep outdoors. I'm always experimenting with that. It seems like orchids don't want to live outdoors for me here in this climate, but I'm always trying it because I'd love to be able to. This is a plant that I recently acquired. It's from Proven Winners, which I've not known them to grow a lot of succulents, but I saw this plant recently. I forget where. I think it was at a big box store. Looks like it's called Mini Mammoth Senecio. It looked pretty interesting, so I thought I would give it a try. Not sure. I'm gonna have to do a little more research on this to see what size it gets to decide if I want to keep it potted or if I want to move it into the ground. And then next door to that, I have an Easter cactus. Oh, today is Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Mine's a little late for Easter. It's a little, it's just budded up right now. But soon enough, I'll have nice bright red flowers on this cactus. And then next to that, this is a Fulcaria. I'm liking kind of the purplish color that's coming out on the leaf right now. And then down in the next row, Aeonium. I believe this one's called Mardi Gras. Nice red color on that right now. This was just a cutting of another one I have. This is another Haworthia, kind of a thicker leafed one. A few little flowers popping out. And then this is my first graft that I did that took well. Still going strong, looking good. Haworthia. This is that nice kind of like flat leafed variety, kind of cool. We already took a look at that. This is aloe. I don't really know the cultivar name, but it has a nice sort of reddish leaf to that. And then another Fulcaria. All my Fulcaria bloomed over the winter. And then let's go down here. These are these spiralis plants. Looks like fizzle sizzles, a common name they're giving them. And I see that they're just budding up now. And I see this one down here has one coming too. This will be the first time these have bloomed for me, so I'm really excited. Can't wait to see those. And then this is a aloe, which I don't think I labeled, unfortunately, but it is in bloom right now. Looking nice. Has nice teeth on the leaf, red teeth on the leaf. This is another Haworthia in bud, nice dark leaf. Another one down here. Looks like I have quite a few Haworthia, don't I? And then here's some more little succulent seedlings from last year. Flower buds here. Got a nice hairdo going. And then this Dicea up here has a couple flower spikes just starting to form. This will also be the first time this one's bloomed for me, so that will be exciting. And then up here, the sedum, I forget the cultivar, copper something, has tons of flowers on it right now. It's looking really nice, loving that. And then this succulent up here has, looks like just buds right now, nothing quite open. I believe this is a type of Kalanchoe. And then let's go back down. This is just a seedling of some sort of conifer tree that just sprouted in my front yard. Decided to pot it up. Don't quite know the plan with it yet. Aloe. Same thing with this. This is a little tiny seedling that I found of a coast live oak. So I decided to put it into a bonsai pot, and let's see, maybe I'll be able to have a little bonsai. It's a native tree to my area, so those are usually the best to grow as bonsai, because bonsais always grow best outdoors. Another dikea, white fox aloe, some blooms on it, and a lot of buds still coming. And then this is the rat tail cactus. The flowers are just barely starting to open, like today and yesterday. So a little ways to go till this is at peak, but I do have quite a few flowers I see this year on my rat tail cactus, which is always nice to see. That's one of my favorites in my collection. And then let's go around the corner. Maybe you can start up this way. I am having a few mammillarias starting to bloom. You can see a couple of them here. I'm trying to not create too much of a shadow, sorry. Just a few starting. And then on the next row down, let me move out of the way, we do have a Rebutia here. It had tons of flowers yesterday, actually, and it looks like today most of them are done. So sorry that we just barely missed that, but that was looking really nice yesterday. I'm seeing lots of buds on some of these cactuses, like here and here, and this one has tons and tons of buds everywhere. This one has some buds coming, I'm seeing. And then down a little bit farther, we have this cactus right here, which is looking pretty and orange. Nice bright flower, loving that. And then if we go down to the next shelf, here are some of my own aloe hybrids, more cactus that I started from seed. Here are more of my aloe hybrids, and then just more cactus that I started from seed a few years ago. And then if you go over to the next shelf, so this opened overnight. This is one of those night blooming cactus. So it's a little past peak right now, but it's still looking pretty nice. And I'm seeing more buds on some of these other nearby cactus. So there'll be more to come. Most of mine are sort of this white color with a slight bit of pink. And then in the back, those are my peyote cactus. I can see a little bit of a bud left over that we missed that already flowered. There were a few flowers that popped out, but looks like we just missed those. And then the next shelf up, I'm seeing lots and lots and lots of flower buds on this cactus here. And then this one had, actually it looks like there are still quite a few buds coming, but once again, we've missed, unfortunately, a lot of these flowers today. And then on this top shelf, I have quite a few different Gasteria that are blooming right now. All right, there we have it. That's just a quick look at my potted cactus and succulent collection. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have growing in the spring of 2025. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!